well behaved, to more easily secure leases. Tech startup PetsScore has found that only 7% of landlords accept animals. This is despite the fact that 3.2 million people bought pets over the course of the pandemic.
Well, Natasha Homer-Early, founder of PetsScore, a tech startup that helps people with pets rent properties, and the conductors of this study, is with us now. Natasha, I mean, were you surprised? I can see why landlords would be reluctant not to have pets in their properties.
Well, in fairness to landlords, they've never really had a tool in order to be able to manage the risk of this. So the advice anywhere online is to create paper references. Landlords are busy people, they don't have time to do that. So PetsScore is about gathering those references for them from the lettings industry, from inside their own trusted network, on a lot of different detailed data that landlords are looking for in order to assess whether or not to onboard a pet or not.
Morning to you, Natasha. I mean, this is sad.
Hi, morning.
Morning. For those that, you know, beggars can't be choosers in a way, they need to rent. I mean, it's such a small percentage of tenants, as we saw there in that study, allow pets because of whatever, the mess and all the rest of it. It's sad because those, if they've acquired a pet in the pandemic, or if they've indeed got a pet but need to be near work, they may have to give them away. I mean, that's what the dog trust is saying, isn't it?
Battersea say 10% of their yearly intake is due to landlord bans. Right now, we're seeing, not just in the UK, but across the world, in the US and in Australia, that shelters are actually in crisis because they're over-brimming with pets that are being given up. And this is obviously a global housing crisis. In the UK, we're estimating 5 million people rent with pets, but there are only 120,000 properties that actually accept pets right now. So that's an enormous amount of people that are either hiding their pets from a landlord or they're just struggling to find somewhere to rent.
I mean, isn't the sensible course of action here that there should be a charge that covers the cleaning of a property that realistically takes into account that a pet has been there, i.e. it needs deep cleaning?
This is a really great point. So in February, a bill was proposed to actually introduce a proper bill for pets, which included pet deposits. The government rejected it. 2 weeks ago, a formal proposal was put to the Housing Secretary to ask if we could create pet deposits specifically for this that could be managed properly and fairly for tenants. Again, the government rejected it immediately. So the lettings industry want to solve this problem. They are actually very open to this. They've been very supportive of PetsScore, but they obviously need some help here because right now the government keeps rejecting every idea that's being put forward on this. With PetsScore, obviously, it is going to allow landlords to assess the risks more thoroughly because we risk score a pet and pet owner based on the references that come back in the same way that you would do a credit score. And this allows a landlord a risk rating to be able to make a more informed decision. And we're hoping that by providing this as a starting point, that we can move the dial. Obviously, if the government get behind this and actually approve the proposal to allow us to create pet deposits, PetsScore would love to add a pet deposit on to the platform because our mission is to basically help people with pets.
And I presume, has the feedback been pretty positive, the reaction positive? Are things going to change, do you think?
It has been very positive. We've had a lot of letting agents and landlords sign up to PetsScore before our launch. You've got people like Wentworth, Connells, Housey, lots of different players signing up because actually the lettings industry do really want to try and solve this. They know that it's a real problem. They know that they need to make a compromise now and start onboarding more pets. So they are very open to this. They just, need some tools in order to do this because, property is the landlord's biggest financial asset, often their pension. So it's a very serious risk decision to take on a pet. So we're hoping that PetsScore really helps to ease this issue and is a good starting point for this.
Natasha, I mean, I've rented holiday places with our own dogs, and however well behaved you think your dogs are, however well trained you think they are, things happen.
That's true.
That's what worries landlords.
Yes, but we don't actually just reference and score on a pet, we score on a pet owner because landlords actually want to know that the pet owner is responsible and can deal with issues as they come up and resolve things. that they clean up after their pet, control their pet in shared areas. So PetsScore isn't just about referencing the pet, it's also referencing you as a pet owner. PetsScore actually works for vacation rentals, so you can provide your PetsScore to anyone on Airbnb, Expedia, Flipkey. So we don't just help people for long-term rentals. If you want a vacation with your dog, create a PetsScore and we'll help you.
Brilliant.
Well,
I think
that's nice
this is
to know.
great. Good luck with PetsScore.
I think dogs have more chance of renting a place than I would.
Yeah, that's about
My score wouldn't be great, Natasha.
Oh,
it's
dear.
really good to talk to you.
Yeah,
Thank you
thanks,
very much.
Natasha. Great.
Thank you so much, guys.
Nice to see you. Here's an email that will cheer you up.
Oh, go on.
It starts with these.